some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze the Mythic. So our draft account for Bronze the Mythic, episode 4, draft 4, Spider-Man.
Dude, it's just some random guy.
Through the Omenpaths, and we're cruising through here. It is pick 2 draft. It is shorter drafts, of course, as we mentioned before. Everything about that is in the first episode on YouTube. Go watch it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm not going to go over it every episode. So let's hop right back into the queues here. We are in silver, and we are rolling along. The big bummer is we haven't been drawing our rares. We've had 2 great rares in our last 2 drafts. I haven't drawn them once. So let's turn that around right now. All right, Spider-Man. Bring me pictures of not quite Spider-Man, but this Carnage thing.
We're not spiders.
Desecrate's Gift of Servitude. All right, so we have this card in our second deck. Mayhem. Big Mayhem card, 4/3. EDB earns a creature. Mayhem, as it tramples, it's big. What else we got here? We got Robotics Mastery. Pretty sweet card, actually. This is a big aura. Goes to the creature, gives a buff, makes some tokens. Kind of nice, actually. Really, really cool card. We've got Miasmic Mist, which is heinously bad for us. So bad.
Still a piece of garbage.
Infernus is like fine. Just gets a dude. We got Alessos and Pros, which if we had this card, it was cool. It was definitely fine. I don't know. What you want to pair us with. I mean, like, this adds a counter and gives flying. We got the Crime Scene Instructor also. Maybe we try a little web-slinging action. We already had the rare. And this is, because it's pick 2, I don't really see a great second card to take if we take the Desecrix. Let's just do this. Let's try to do some web-slinging action. One thing about pick 2 draft is that you are kind of able to tailor your draft a little bit, where you can force a little harder and kind of go into things. So we see here a principled referee. You can see the untapped ratings are starting to show up here. And this card seems pretty good. Just like counters, modified stuff. Really good thing to web sling. That's pretty nice. Grow extra arms. It's a pretty good bump spell. +4/+4 for 1 mana is very, very nice. Otherwise, as far as green-white cards go, there aren't a ton. We see Duskmourn's Claim here, kind of a weird rare, where both players draw Confidant. Removal spell here in the burst. We have a Getaway Accomplice. I think it's the referee. And then, is it the pump spell or the sanctuary? I kind of want to cut off green and white. I'm going to take the pump spell. And this card's pretty good, too. So, the problem here is that if we end up getting cut on green and white, things get really awkward. But we'll see. But nope. Perfect card.
Like, does it just come out of your wrists, or does it come out of anywhere else?
City Pigeon is your perfect web-slinging enabler. So, web-slinging is the mechanic where... in web. Sorry. My bad. Where you get to pay a card for a cheaper cost if you return a tapped creature. And a 1/1 flyer with a leaves play ability is like, that's it, folks. That's just what you want to do. So, Pigeon's great. Really easy pickup there. And then, we got a Scorpion Sting in his pack, but Lizard's is fine. We like that. Alright, so we're just sliding in on green-white. We see, this is the DOS game art. Giant Craft Helm. Mana equipment, creature mana value 5 or greater enters. Put this on it, +4/+4. This does play well with NWeb, because you are casting cards that have mana value 5 for ideally less than the cost. Holy shit, we're already picking? Jesus Christ, it's fast. Alright, sure, I'll take these 2, I guess. What did I just take? The Free Strider Aces. This card's pretty bad, but... alright, so our opening back comes back. We see black and red cards. I'm actually going to just try and not take any of these cards. Try to push it. So we're going to try and push our neighbors into these colors. We're not playing any of these, and I don't think we're going to spec. Or should I take these? I should take the land. I'm not going to take land. Stupid. Let's take these two. Take the crook. I guess there's a chance we end up pivoting colors. So it ain't that late in the draft. Green-white seems not awesome for us right yet, but that's okay. Sure, let's take these 2. Picks do go fast as it goes on. So, pack 2, what do we see? We see a Kraza Swarm as 1.
I mean, it's not like Spider-Man could help or anything.
Pretty good. He's Supportive Parents, which is pretty awesome web slinging, and another Principal Referee, which is pretty good too. And that's a pretty good pair. Some good cards here. I mean, another Robotic Master, which I think is excellent. The Career Criminals is good for your Mayhem stuff. We got a Pastry and some Lizards, but I think it's just another just a Parents, another Referee. Parents is great if you can tap creatures for web slinging, which is awesome. And yeah, we're in. Let's cut some of these off-color cards we're not going to play. I think we're pretty solidly green-white. Our curve is doable. I think the Aces is pretty bad, but Surveyor's not great either, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Everyone wants supportive parents, right?
You're out ruining your health and reputation with friends of low character.
That was the wrong button. But sure. All right, we see pigeon number 2. A Trail of Teacups. Mill 5, damage a creature, +2/+2, return a card from the graveyard. I mean, pretty good rare, honestly. It's just like, you know, a pure on-rate card. Another pigeon. We don't actually have much web-slinging stuff yet, but the pigeon is the best card for it. Yeah, we're just going to land pigeon and Trail of Teacups. We're going to assume we're going to get some web-slinging. Another Robotic Mastery. Man, just too many of these. All right, so, and then we're passing the big 6/6, which is totally fine. Let's take those. We got 2 pigeons now. Noting that there are no bagels or hot dogs on, whatever, not Dominari, whatever the, what's the Magic World, like, multiverse called? Like, the totality of it? Whatever. Well, there aren't any bagels or whatever, so. All right, we see a Basil Cabaret Loudmouth, 2/2 flash, EDB apps and stuff. This is the multiverse, like, I guess, sure. More supportive parents or an archaeologist, or arachnologist, sorry. Definitely the loud guy. Second parents is worse than the first. There are diminishing returns. I think I take the Mana Dork. Mix it up. We still need to find some web-slinging cards. We just haven't found any of those yet, which is kind of weird, but another crime scene guy, which is good. We got, again, these common legends are like so ugly and awkward, but yeah, I mean, Scout the City's pretty bad, I think. So, all right, and you see Lurking Lizards come back around. Robotics Mastery again? Jeez, man. I'm thinking the Mastery. Maybe splash it. I don't think we will, but another Mastery and a 6/6. Okay. Man, blue does seem pretty open. I'm sorry, little one. Just kidding. Legally distinct. Not the Soulstone. So, pack 3, what do we see? We see, finally we see our first second web card. Let's get these blue cards out of here. In the Darvel. It was only like, okay. A third pigeon. Caracals, Tactics. Selesnya Archivist, 3/3 for 4. When it ETBs, return a creature, return a card from your graveyard or exile artifact or enchantment. It's pretty good. So, let's take the Web Slinger and the Archivist. And try and do our thing here. Passing the Infinity Stone, no problem. Okay, that's pretty good. We get past a Johnny and Hoppy Roof Skippers. This one's very, very nice. 2/2 flying, and when it leaves the battlefield, make a token, so you can just keep hopping it out and making more tokens, which is great. And another Lurking Lizards. We don't currently have, we have a decent amount of 4s, actually. And then a Multiversal Passage, which is, it's pretty good. I don't really know if we need this. I'm also not sure how many playables we have, but yeah, whatever. Just take Lizards, I think. All right. Pack 3, we see not a great pack for us. This card's pretty mediocre, and because it's a legend, you would literally never want to play 2. The Caracals is okay, the Chariot's okay, but everything else is, these are cards I don't really want to play. Yeah, sure, whatever, I guess. We can start looking through and cutting stuff. We're not going to splash anything. I don't want to play this card, honestly. Maybe we could, but you can cut. I think the Helm is pretty bad in our deck. Yeah, not enough big stuff, I think. We'll see. Well, there's another Helm, so of course, why not? Tactics is great. I think this card's quite good. Snakeskin Veil or Reprisal is a pretty good split card. We see Margaret on the Case, which is a pretty sweet. This is the signpost uncommon for blue-white, which is all about whatever. No! Oh, I got it, thank God. It's so weird, like, clicking and unclicking things. But now we're out of cards. Now we've seen every card in the draft so far. Maybe it could have been blue-white, yeah, but whatever. So, our deck is fine. We have a deck. I mean, these drafts go fast, man. The pacing of these drafts is just so fast. Like, it's just over before you blink, you know? All right, so I think we have an okay deck. I'm not, like, thrilled. Let's see, draft is currently on. Let's pull all this crap out. All right, so let's take a look here. No Chariot. This is 25 cards. A pretty good curve, honestly. Teacups, double referees. I want to cut just any bad 2-drop. Probably this guy. This Surveyor's bad. We don't need a Surveyor, so. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is just a pretty reasonable looking green-white deck. The Helm is... Yeah, we only have 3-5. Never mind. The Helm's pretty terrible in our deck, unfortunately. And, yeah. Not a lot of removal. That has been one of our biggest issues in this set. It's just, like, finding actual removal spells, but... Alright, so there you go, folks. Pretty simple Selesnya deck. We're going to try and sling some webs and web our opponents up. So, there you go. Green, white, and web. Folks, it's prediction time. What do you think? 7 wins, yay or... Sorry, not 7 wins. Sorry. I'm going to say that a few times.
Whoopsie.
4 wins or nah. Are you a believer or a non-believer? Prediction time. YouTube folks, take a second. Believer or non-believer. Let's go. All right, chat.
Hit him with a web blast.
All right, referee, parents. Unfortunately, our hands are not great. Our deck is almost all 2-drops, but so we're gonna keep. I mean, it's not ideal, but we'll make it work. Rocking and rolling. Karn's hanging out. Wake up, Karn. Wake up, Karn. Wake up, Karn. This card's nice. This can target itself, thankfully. A lot of the cards like this often can't, so... Any 2-drop, please. They play a pastry. And we don't draw a 2-drop. Whatever. Regarding off the curve, we can go parents into referee into Apex Arachnosaur. We got a green-white mirror, folks. We got lurking lizards. Of course, we draw a 1-drop now. Fantastic. Get those parents in there. Mom! Man, non-believers, jeez. Yeah, not the best timing on that draw, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Alright, so I got a pastry up onto the lizards, making it a 2-4. Plus almost in fights. I think this card's kind of sketchy, honestly, but we draw the Archivist, which can immediately return the parents, which is kind of cool. Yeah, sure. Turn to our card mana value 4 or greater. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, 4 or greater, not 4 or less. Never mind, can't do that. Turn target. Mana value 4. Yeah, okay, that sucks. This kind of stinks, honestly. We just don't really have a play to make on curve here. I guess we're just going to play the pigeon and say go. That sucks. We're not playing misses at 3-4, so... Alright, yeah. Let's play pigeon and say go. Pretty awkward draw for our first game here. Vlam, reset, thanks so much.
So you weren't bitten by a radioactive wizard?
Alright, bring it on. We're Mythic. It's first ever, folks, the follow button. Watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content as always. There you go. There's your web sling on the Explorer. We draw a land. I mean, I guess this is no reach here, right? I guess we're going to play referee and just go pump it up. Sure. We got a big idiot to play next turn, so we'll just go here and here. Attack for 2. I'll trade referee with the Zan. Tunnel Web Explorer. Didn't see a single Zan in the draft. Nope. Not a 1. Which is weird because it's a small set, but... So we got a block here. This could also return this, which is great, so good trade for us. Alright, that's pretty good. They are pretty well suited up. And they're just going to play...
Look who showed up. Our old friend Spiderman.
Okay, so they're just gonna play Thousand Moons post combat. They could have jumped their creature and attack, which is kind of weird, but sure. Flyer can no longer attack. We can go Lizard's Archivist now. I kind of like that. We're just start getting counters on our lizards. Okay, so start getting the lizards going. Put in the Archivist. Return a card 4 or greater. Bring back the Referee. Next turn we have a very large spider dinosaur hero.
You don't like spiders? But we're so cuddly.
I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. And another Rampage. I think this card's like pretty bad, honestly. Wow, that's hilarious. Wait, what? Next damage is dealt this way. Everyone controls the way, destroy dark one hard on it back. Couldn't they have killed the food? Whatever. This card requires like fights and not a bite is so rough. Alright, so and they're going to clutter, cluster, and web, making 2 spiders. This card's ridiculous. Alright, so we are what here? This thing can give first strike and vigilance. Let's play a big guy, I guess. They only have one the food came into play before the trigger resolved, but the trigger, I guess, was not really their target. So, Slag, what's up? Pump this. We have a 3/5, which can attack. Not safely, never mind. So, we just say go, I think. We're going to fire up the Referee, pump this guy up, get the aces also. Drawing a land or a spell is pretty good here. Alright, so gonna give one of their things flying. They're gonna play a land. There's they go. We're approaching the both players out of gas phase of the game, which is pretty cool for us because we have some heaters. We got the ace, which is kind of bad. We have the Referee, which can add some counters. So we're gonna put a counter on the. This thing can attack with first strike and vigilance, which is kind of cool. Put a counter on the lizards. I can attack with this guy. Make this guy bigger, and then maybe a 4/4 is better than a 5/7. Lizards is great. Yeah, the card's awesome. Very Sahagan-esque for all you Final Fantasy fans out there. I think a 4/4 is just better on this board. Alright, we're going to give this first strike and vigilance. And we are getting in. The 4/6 stays home. Doesn't really have good attacks, honestly. So, just going to fire in for 7 every turn. Do that a few times, they'll be dead. They're going to upkeep Surveil with Suburban Sanctuary. Reach, Trample, Ward 2, First Strike, Vigilance. They actually bin the Pastry, which seems really weird. It's just a cantrip. It's just 2 mana, put a counter, draw a card. Kind of odd, but... Alright. Going right back into combat. They'll start chump blocking eventually. Probably this turn, I would assume. No, just take 7 again? Alright. Good luck, have fun. Upkeep, Surveil. Oh, I just trample. I'm sorry, my bad. I forgot. A lot of keywords on that one. Here's Generous Betty. Making shit up, you know?
Just did a bad thing.
Counter on the flyer. Play a land, and they are pretty dead, I think. We're gonna crack this food. There's no Bloom Burrow synergies here. And we draw Alessos and Pros Acrobats. It would be pretty difficult to web-slinging on this board because all our attacks aren't fantastic except for the huge guy. Probably should cast this. Let's just do the thing again. 7/7 first strike, trample, reach, vigilance, whatever coming in. They're going to block and go to 1. What have we, Leroyed? That seems like an unnecessary risk in a game we're way ahead, right? Like, they probably have some decent blocks. Maybe not, honestly. It might have been fine, but whatever. We'll take it. We'll take the dub. We're cruising. Let's rock and roll, folks, here. Brought to you by Anthros. Folks, you're getting older. I'm getting older. Look, you're older right now than you were when this ad read started. All right? That's how it works. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Invest in a fantastic chair. You spend a ton of time sitting, whether you're working, gaming, whatever it might be. Don't sit in some shitty, like, $100 Office Max chair, all right? Get a nice chair. Take care of your body. Support yourself. Anthros is the best in the business. I freaking love this thing. Check them out. Use the link in the chat description to sponsor me, of course. And check it out with the promo code JimDMTG for $200 off your order. Anthros, fix your sit. Yeah, this is like fine. Crime Scene Instructor really, really cool within web because it's a leaves play trigger. That being said, we don't have much in web in our deck, which is kind of tough, but... And Lurking Lizards is back again. I like that. Alright, blue-red. Now, one of the weird things about this set is that because it's a small set, it can't support 10 color pairs worth of set mechanics. That is not a very good use of... I think this card's pretty bad. Not a very good use of this card. Just discarding and then drawing. Even if you mayhem up this card, it's still not that good because you're still down a card. You aren't gaining the value for discarding it positive because you lose the kitten too. But that's a sign of... I would say desperation, but they discarded a land, so I don't really know what the deal here is. That's fine. We're going to play a land. We're going to play the... I think the Caracals... Don't want to play this naked. I want to have a thing to play when I play it. Grixis. Suave Schemer. Through the Menace. Alright, so that's fine. We're going to play a land. We don't actually have a fourth land of our own, unfortunately. We can attack with this with our threat of activation. Where if they block, we can pump it. And they're not going to block, so... And then we... Lizards is best if we draw land. I think it's Lizards. If we draw a land, we play the referee, it's really good for us, so... I mean, I think Kitten is probably better than Insolent Neonate, but Insolent Neonate was also not very good, so... Alright, they're going to main phase an Alley Lurkers to connive on their Schemer. Whenever a villain enters connive.
I don't need spider sense to tell me you're a loser.
They discard a Brawlers and get it for 3 to get Menace, sure. We draw a Referee and not another land.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
We do have this this Loudmouth, so I guess we just jam. We just jam. On their turn, we'll cast this and tap the Schemer, which is fine, so... Play line 5. Tap Schemer, block the Alley Lurkers. And draw a land is our plan. It's good to have plans, right? There's a Cavalry Loudmouth. Tap target creature. This card's pretty good. But you can do both? I know I can do both. Alright, sick. Sure. This card's pretty good. It's a pretty good limited card. Alright, so they're gonna attack, they're gonna connive. Blue black is all red is all about things in the graveyard, you know, playing things in the graveyard, yada yada yada, and then black red is all about mayhem. What is this? Speaking of mayhem. Okay. Lava Brink repels the Maglamoth.
Too bad about that spider guy.
Okay, so next turn each creature attacks, add red, 5 damage. This is a pretty weird and bad card.
Still a piece of garbage.
We don't draw a land again, but it's just like fine. So we have to attack this turn, right? Sure. Like, this card is not only bad, but it like looks like it was designed by AI. It's just like 3 totally random abilities and this weird rare. Like, some weird stuff in the set, folks, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's a Lava Axe and like a Dark Ritual, I guess. They probably shouldn't have attacked, because I would have had to attack into their thing, but their blocks aren't that good. But now they got red, and they're going to cast Outsmart the Amateur, draw 3. Sure. I love this card. Jace's Ingenuity to dismiss split card. That's stuff dreams are made of, alright? Alright, play land. Oh, Schemer's tapped. Right, duh. We drew the land! Alright, so, referee time. We're going to add a counter with the Lizards. We're going to put 2 counters here. And, unfortunately, we can't really attack, but we'll put a counter in the Instructor, and then I guess in the Pigeon. Just get in. It's fine by me. That was a Pigeon. So they didn't really use the mana they got, so they just wasted 4 other mana. And I take 5. Sure. Really, really weird card. Got a lot of stuff in play. I mean, there is a black Wrath of a set that would probably kill us, but what are you going to do? Yeah, it's a Fleam! Everyone loves Fleam, right? They discard a common crook. Flame's pretty sick, giving all your cards mayhem. They play 2 flyers. We're both at 10. Alright. This Suave Schemer's pretty big. Oh, they got auto-tapped? Oh, no. Well, they have a Rhino's Rampage, so they're actually fine. Let's go with this. Alright. Sure. I mean, we draw another Lizards, so we can grow the Pigeon. The thing is, this 4/5 is just outsizing all of our attacks like every turn, which kind of sucks. Play the Referee. We can put a counter on the Pigeon, but then our attacks aren't great. Can't really leave this in play, I feel like. I only have 1 card in hand, but I guess that's what we're going to do. So, play Referee. We also could return our creature and tap a thing and attack. Flame's got Menace. Oh my god, Flame is a menace. Can I just, like, attack? Not really. If I were to tap down... Yeah, our attacks aren't good enough. Alright, add counters. Put a counter here. I guess a counter here. I mean, we can't block Flame. I kind of think we attack. And then if I draw a land for the 1,000 Moons, that's lethal damage next turn. Yeah, alright, I'm in. Let's do it. We're going to go with Pigeon. See if they want to block or not. They wouldn't block with Fleam, would they? Would they sacrifice Fleam to the altar of the Pigeon? Alright, so we have lethal if we draw land. And they attack with both. Yikes.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
This is like a lot of stuff. We can return... No. This is a pretty wild common, yeah. This card feels like it should be an uncommon, like, maybe even or maybe even a rare in a regular set. I don't know, but it's very comically easy to make this an 8/8. They discard Miasmic Mist.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I mean, all right, and they're coming. We got to block. When they're at 7, the ground is inassailable, basically. I can block with this guy, right? And pump my Pigeon up. Thing's got Menace, though. Block with this, put 3 counters on the Pigeon, and then we have a 6/6 Pigeon. 7 block. Giving flying attack. Block this. 2, 4. Block this and this. Take 2, 4. Flying. They block this. Take 3, 4, 5. I don't really see us winning the game in the backswing with the land. Give a creature flying. They block whatever the big thing we fly in the air is. They block the guy on the ground. They take. I see 5 coming across here. This thing's huge. This thing's so big. It's 8/8 hexproof. Attack with the counters. This is Menace. Yeah, I'm gonna block here. I'm gonna block here. Oh, it's got Menace? Oh my god. Everything has Menace. Whatever. Nope, we don't draw land. We had draw land, we give flying to the 4/4. They block the 4/4, and they go to take out a 2, right? So, yeah, I mean, Yeah. Why is chat's... I don't understand what chat is saying. Alright, yeah. Yeah, we don't have much removal in our deck, so... Alright, kind of a bummer. We just stumbled on lands a little bit. And honestly, this card just kind of soloed us. This card went all the way. Carlo here is pretty good. Alright, GG. GG. Old Fleam. Back in. This hand's good. That's more like it. Draw some actual spiders in our spider deck.
You wanted a Spiderman? Well, you got one.
Oh man, they like kittened on turn 2 that game too. Ugh, just like sacked it. Today's rogue is Ruby Splash. Alright. You know, I freaking hate pigeons, folks. Hate them. Alright. Well, we draw pigeon on turn 2 again. Next turn we can go... We lizards pigeon. We'll see what we draw. Here's a Leyline Weaver. Kitten looks pretty weird in a non-mayhem deck. We draw Crime Scene Instructor, which is pretty good. Fortunately, they have this reach creature, which is pretty annoying for our roof skippers. I do not like pigeons. I think we just play 2 things and say go. No attacks. And we do attack, actually. This can never get through. Yeah, let's attack. I'm sorry. I should have stacked. I changed my mind.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
We'll just trade and get our token. Whatever. Like, nah, they're going to take it. All right, so we could put in the 3/3 and bounce this and get a token. Yeah, I'm in.
Like, does it just come out of your wrists, or does it come out of anywhere else?
Get a token. Make a 3/3. Say go. Spider web's coming in. Do. That was pretty good. We're like doing the thing here a little bit, you know? It's not too shabby. They're gonna knife trick and kill my 3/3, sure. It's pretty inefficient. And we draw a principled referee. So I think we're happy just... I should play just this guy. So we're gonna attack and offer trade with the counters. Let's put the counters on probably the skippers. I don't know. We're gonna take it again? Jeez. Alright, well, we're doing the aggro thing here. We really want to draw land. That is where we are really at. They play land 5. They say go. What's going on here, folks? 4 cards in hand, 5 mana up. Looks a little sketchy. We don't draw land. We do draw supportive parents, though. I gotta like this. Just play parents and tap out and cast creatures. There's basically no way we're attacking here. They just have a bunch of stuff up. There's no reason to attack. We're just looking into possible bad stuff happening for us. So just tap some stuff. And cast our lizards. Just say go. And now we draw land next turn. We get to pump everything with referee. Pass turn. What do you got? They just do nothing. So, pretty mana screwed. Could have an interactive spell we didn't want to cast. Land. 6. Rouse the Swarm. This card's pretty sweet. All your spiders get plus +1. And then they get to gain some life and make a 3/2. So they have a pretty decent board. We draw a Lurking Lizards again. That's actually pretty good, because we can just keep tapping and playing more stuff. Don't have any attacks, so just make green. And then make a green. And play lizards. And I think we pump the Crime Scene Investigator and maybe the Roof Skippers. That's not great. I don't know. Tap for white. Play this guy. Pump the lizards. Lizards have been very nice. So definitely a counter here. And then I make him as a 3/4 is pretty good on this board. Sizing wise. I don't hate that. The Flyers don't, or it could just be the Pigeon. They have a Reacher too. I think it's the ground guy. Pump this guy up. Crime scene guy's getting in. Counters for days. We got another big guy next turn to pump Ballistics up too. They're going to shock him in response. That's fine. We'll just put a counter on... Flyer, I guess? Sure. Alright. A lot of counters moving around here, you know?
You just need something a little stronger.
And 19. They play Uharis the Storm Spinner. 2 mana 4/8, 3/2/3, double strike vigilance. End step, you cast split a line or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand. Sure. So 3/4 double strike is pretty sick. Deck list is on the overlay courtesy untap.gg as always. We're gonna tap for a mana. We're casting this so that we can give flying to our creatures. Guess the referee gets in the air, right? Yeah, it's fine. So pump this. We're just gonna jam, I think. We want to trade with some of the reach creatures, so our this guy can attack, and we'll get a token. It's fine. We are out. We have no cards left. They have no cards. And this has been a pretty common occurrence in this set, I feel like, where like players are just out of cards. They're just playing off the top, out of cards. Being aware of flooding is definitely a major concern in the set. Make a token and say go. We have a very, very wide board. We don't really have any global pump effects, unfortunately. And they play a Cam and Farrick Havoc duo. 1/2 flying haste. Sure. And we... I guess our Etzel can attack. Sure.
With great power comes a great beatdown.
That's fine. We have 4 lands and we're flooded. Yeah, I know. That's bad for us too. All right, our deck is pretty land dense. They can double block if they want to. I think I'm fine just trading for the Weavers, so that's fine. Now that the Weaver's gone, our pitching can attack with a little help maybe, but play Caracals. It's not the best either, but we're thinning the herd here a little bit and making room for better attacks. Drawing a card that costs 4 more mana would be an absolute banger. They play... Oh my god. This card is so good. Alright. Well, here is the Predation Shadow. 6/7, Vigilant Trample Haste. When it attacks, draw a card, basically. They're not going to attack. They would lose it. It would still be pretty bad for us, but... Alright, we're going to untap. We draw land. I mean, there's going to be a lot of those coming, I feel like. We have no attacks. We just say go. This can pump once. Yeah. And again, our deck is almost half lands, so it is not a particularly wonderful spot to be in. I think his card's excellent, by the way. Rouse the Swarm. I think his card's really, really good. Glorious Anthem that makes a token and gains life. It's good stuff. And now they've lost their card draw because they need to draw 4 more. So I think not attacking this is probably wrong. They should have just like taken the trade. Whoa! Hold on there.
You know, I just do.
Yeah, we're due for a lot of lands. Once per turn of this card's a little weird. Yeah, kind of unnecessary. But alright. It's keeping us on our toes here. Yeah, I mean, like I mean, now we're not, 47% draw lands anymore. I've drawn a few in a row, but it's fine. We just say go. I mean, the last set had one of the best, 2/2 threat of activation creatures ever printed. It was just 3 mana, add a counter at sorcery speed. So good. You just do it over and over and over and over again. Alright, so...
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
I mean, again, our deck was a lot land, so yeah, I guess 4 in a row is a little much, but still not a surprising outcome. Here's another Weaver, sure. Alright. Coming in for 1. Love it. Love it. Tickle me, Goblin. Alright. Lurking. What do we like drawing to here? Got, oh yeah, Arachnosaur, this guy, Archivist, Trail of Teacups, another Referee. We got some heaters, not a ton though. I'm just gonna pick in for 1 again, sure, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. I know that the Sorcerer's Speed was not threat of activation, but whatever. The 2-drop that grows for an expensive rate. You know what I mean, alright?
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
Okay. Well, we're down to 35% on the land draw. Courtesy of untap.gg. Download it for yourself for free. Untap.gg. Use my link. Please, they sponsor me. Cats once turn. Yep. This Cats once turn. The last set had one that was, you could just keep doing it over and over again. And it was a permanent counter, too. It was really good. They do have the ridge line here for some menace. They're just going to sacrifice their Skitter guy, grow their Cam and Ferric, and then they mayhem the Lava-born goblins.
Oh, come on, let the mayhem commence.
That does untap the Weaver. Sure. I mean, they do have 3 cards in hand. I feel like if they have any sort of trick or removal spell here, they have a pretty sick attack. End step, you played a land or cast a spell, but start anywhere from other. Oh my god. Oh no, this card's so good. It works with Mayhem also. It's not just exile draw. So they're gonna kill my guy too. They kill the parents. We draw Free Strider Aces. So we can give everything First Strike and Vigilance. That does not help us. Alright. Yeah, we're in trouble. I guess 5 lands in a row is a little much to overcome. Yeah, mom and dad are dead. That's time for a hero. All right. We draw. That's a pretty good draw. So I can return a card that costs. I can return the 1,000 Moons. You can play it too, so I don't have so much mana. So I get to pump all the lizards here. That's pretty good. That was a pretty good draw.
Bingo!
All right, so we're gonna get back this thing. And boom. Opponent's flying pretty safe. Yeah, I agree. So we can give a creature flying and vigilance and first strike, just the biggest thing possible, probably. Works for me. Target this. All right, lizards, do your thing, bud. Archivist is quite nice. Yeah. Definitely helps with the spell for greater clauses. Here's a galvanized workforce. This one you can keep adding counters to, but spectacular tactics. Snakeskin Veil or destroy a 6/7. If we destroy the 6/7, it does open up some decent attacks for us. So we kill the 6/7. We can attack with lizards, Caracal. That's really it. That's probably what we're doing. This thing gets bigger every turn, so things are only getting worse for us. Yeah, sure.
Get off my plate.
Kill this guy. And we're going to give You get the Caracal first strike. I can give this guy first strike in Vigilance. And still have pretty good attacks. I think I like that, actually. Attack with this, and this. Have enough blockers where we're good to go. Yeah, they probably should have attacked the turn they cast this. Just like get your card back. You know, if I had to double block to kill it, they get a 3-for-1. That's great. That's just still a really, really good exchange. Not wild to kill in combat to bait a block. I mean, I don't think so. It makes it so we can't attack as much and like maybe, you know. Alright, so dub block on the lizards. Another dub block on the lizards. These aren't like great trades for us, but it does simplify the board a little bit. So pop this guy up. Okay, so we're going to kill the spinner. We do want to kill the spinner, right? Maybe it actually isn't the spinner. Maybe it's the workforce. This is going to get much bigger. And spinner, yeah, this is actually fun. Hopefully they just can't play any cards from elsewhere. And we'll kill the lava goblins. Alright, so they go to 4. We killed a lot of their stuff. And now we have double their creatures and they're at 4, so we're in a pretty good spot. Here's Quint's Insight. This is a Mayhem Enabler, but doesn't do anything until you cast it, which is important. I got a Leroy, folks. Can I get a Leroy in chat? But I wasn't done yet. Wanted to hit the button. Folks, I do want to remind you all that SGCon Houston is coming up. Regional Championship, modern format. Sending a bunch of players to the Pro Tour. Gonna be a lot of fun, huge event. And I'll be there along with Corey, Carmen, and Ryan in the booth, bringing you all the action. So if you're going to be in or around Houston, come to the event, come hang out. If you're not going to be there, make sure you watch it on the YouTube coverage at SCG Coverage. Check it out. It's good stuff. All right. Hand's a good keep. I think our opponent played a little too defensively that game. I think if they could have pushed in more spots and bounced in better trades, I think they were scared to lose their big 7-drop. But what makes a card good is not that it never dies. It's that if it does die, it's a really good exchange for you, which is exactly what that was. That would have been a great exchange. All right, so. Alright. Supportive parents. So. I'm really on Caracals. Don't want to play a naked crime scene instructor, so I want to have someone to modular too. Right? Modular, right?
Pointless nostalgia.
Alright. Common Crook.
You kiss your mother with that face? Jeez.
And we draw Lurking Lizards. Alright, so we can go Parents. No, we can't. Let's play the Archaeologist. So we're going to attack. Threat of activation, no block, and then we'll play the Eccentric Mana Dork. That's a fine draw for us so far. Land 4. They play Clandestine Work. Surveil 2, draw 2, lose. So they're playing off curve here. 2-drop on turn 3, 3-drop on turn 4. Probably should have played the land first. Whenever you, this is like Magic 101, folks. Whenever you have any card draw effect, that's going to be the first thing you do in your turn. You should always do it first before doing anything else. Because maybe they drew a tap land or they drew a 1-mana black card. You know, who knows? So, all right. So they've been to land. Now they're attacking with their Common Crook into my Arachnologist. There is a 1 blue trick that makes a creature a 1/1 hexproof or a 3/4 flyer. That kind of feels like the only thing they could have here. So it becomes the question of, am I willing to trade my Mana Dork for their 1-mana trick? I don't think I am. So we'll just take 2 here.
Poor predictable Bart. Always takes
All right,
wrong.
and now you can go, I don't know, maybe Lizard's Parents, I guess? Lizard's Parents. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, or they really want a treasure, which I think is a much thinner thought. All right, we don't actually have any 3s. I mean 4s. I mean, Spidey Sense for this set. Yeah, you're right. That would be a good one. I just play both 2-drops at attack, honestly. Just get it. Like, they're already at 16, you know, so. Coming in. They're already at 12, which is pretty good, you know, not too shabby. What is this goo? Goo here. This board's kind of gross. Reminds me of, like, the Terran, like, Zerg experimentation laboratories in StarCraft. Mob lookout.
Spawn more overlords.
Draw discard. Spider goo. Spider goo.
So you weren't bitten by a radioactive wizard?
Discard a card. It's not a mayhem card. Secret of the Ooze. Alright. Go on. They're going to knife trick discarding a land. That's awesome. Whenever this card discards a non-mayhem card, it's pretty awful. So, they just killed my guy, which is totally fine. They got a 2-2 and an 0-3. We got some stinkers in play. And they... So everyone makes a play, you're trying to figure out what they're doing. They did that because they're clearly a new player and didn't understand that it's like a temporary effect. Hey, you know, great. New players playing the game is awesome. We're on a pre-release. You explain to your opponent, you know, hey, that didn't work like this because of this, this, and this, but we're not, so whatever, I guess. We were right, though. They did have the trick. So we're going to play... How do you do here? So I think I like playing supportive parents first, just so I can pump the caracals. I can get first strike. Then I can't. Yeah, sure. Let's do this. So let's attack with this and this. Coming in. Yeah, what's new with the slivers on Dunrith? They can't do any, like, big story stuff with these cards because they're not in paper, so they're going to block the crook on the caracals. We're just going to pump this. So, pump it up. They get a treasure. That's totally fine. It's always important to be learning from your mistakes, so I'm the kind of person that's got to make mistakes, you know? I'm a mistaker. I'm a mistake maker. I learn by doing wrong. That's the actual thing, so.
Can we wrap this up before dinner? I have a date. With my aunt.
Okay. Karn's had enough. Karn's had enough. Hello? Dinner for two. Dinner alone. Dinner with Aunt May. Ding. Land 6. And they play Carlo Suave Schemer. Moody, in fact, good reason to not play a land, but here is a Darvel whose web protects. So pretty cool, actually. So now we can do the web slinging stuff with our instructor, which is the leaves play trigger. We're going to tap these two for white. We're going to, in web, bounce the instructor. We're going to put the counter on probably the parents, because this can pump itself. Counter here. That's it. Play a land. Play this guy. Play the aces. We still have 2 mana up, right? No, we don't, because we're going to be attacking with the other thing too. So sure, let's attack with these two. Attack with these two. We're just coming in. Fusion, new sub. Welcome. Happy to have you. Appreciate the support, folks. We're going to block here. Force a pump. It's fine by me. Alright. You're up. Land 7. Sure. Oh, Vigilance mana, right. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
The vigilance would have given mana. You're right. You're right. Trophy time, and we drew pigeon on turn 1. Wow, unbelievable. Let's do it. 3-1, final boss. I love croissants. Je voudrais un croissant, s'il vous plaît. Who wants to hear a story about the 2006 Magic the Gathering World Championship? Raise your hand in chat. I said, who wants to hear a story about the Magic the Gathering 2006 World Championship? They play Crook. That's fine. Who wouldn't? Stories are for nerds. World Champs in 2006 is my first World Championship, my first year on the Pro Tour. It's held in the Louvre. In Paris, which is like unbelievable. And I walk down to my hotel on Friday morning, go into the hall. I walk into a little bakery outside the Louvre. I walk up to the desk and I say, "Bonjour, monsieur. Je voudrais des pains de chocolat, s'il vous plaît." And you know what he says to me? He says, "You want that to stay or to go?"
No, you can't. Don't even try.
I did try, all right? I tried. Je parle français un peu. Saw right through me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even any, pump for trying, So, all right. So, play a land. They have spiders in play, so it's cheaper. And we're going to jam. I mean, we'll send in the Caracals and the Pigeon. They can double block, and then I can cast as a blow my. Sure, it's great. So attack with this. We're not attacking with the lizards because I don't want to use my pump spell this turn. It's really important to think about the consequences of your tricks. Just because you have a trick doesn't mean you necessarily want to work it into your turn this turn like that. So, and they're going for the double block. Oh boy.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
So we're going to go for the +4/+4, which is a lot. Got him! Good trade for us. We jam a lizards. They get a treasure. Don't care. I love being in Paris. Like, I know a decent amount of French. I took it in high school and in college. For Pro Tour Paris in 2012, we went there.
A brilliant player can get a strong hand cracked, go on tilt, and lose his mind along with every single chip in front of him.
I mean, nothing they did this game said that they had a Villainous Wrath. Not a single thing. There's no way we could have played around that. There's not a single chance. Yeah, I mean, that's just Magic sometimes. What are you going to do? Play a guy and say go. We ain't dead yet. Yeah, I mean, not a single thing they did. They even got the treasure up this guy, too, so there's just no way we could have known. Play another rare. It's the House Grows Hunger. Oh, my God. This one's also pretty good. All right, kill a creature. Lose 3. It's not that bad. Just a murder, but... All right. And, we're going to stack our food. Just going to try and get our big guy in play, I guess. This was a pretty brutal Wrath. Usually Rats and Limited aren't that hard to sniff out. We're going to hold this. That was a pretty good draw, so... but that one was completely concealed. We're losing 3 life. Thank you very much. So, my highest power in the graveyard is 2. They play a Leyline Weaver, and they put the Cactarantula Saddle on it. So I can mill 5, damage the greatest power to this creature. This probably wouldn't kill it, so I'm not even going to play this. Just going to say go. I'm going to exile my graveyard, too, which is kind of annoying, but whatever, I guess. Missing a color, yeah. play error, viral node. They attack for 4. Yeah, we're probably in trouble here. We draw land. That's a pretty good draw. So hopefully they're out. We play our 6/6 and we say a prayer. Say a prayer to the dinosaur spider hero gods.
Yoo-hoo! Spider-Man over here.
We got this. We're coming back.
I don't believe in the no-win scenario.
What are you waiting for? Chinese New Year?
Here's Kai-Machine Instructor. Note they played their last land. Another like Magic 101 thing. Almost always hold land. Your default is to hold a land in your hand. Because now I know they have nothing. So. Alright, so we held on. And now we draw a Crime Scene Instructor. So we can play Trail of Teacups. Mill 5. It's pretty likely we'll mill at least one creature with power 2 or more to kill this Instructor. Which isn't even that good for us, honestly. But it does get this thing going. There are 12, so like we can kill a thing, next turn pump and attack. Yeah, alright, I guess. This could miss, but... Mill 5. And land. We got a 4! We got a 4! That was best case scenario. And now I can attack too? Oh my god. That's so good for us. We're getting a trophy here, folks. First draft of the day is a trophy. Book it. We got 4 for 1 by a rat this game too, right? Let's rock and roll. You're at 6. Next turn, you get +2/+2. And then we get to return a creature. Alright, sure. They could have made their equipment to a 3/3 and attacked. Oh, non-equipment artifact. Sure. Alright, let's take it. We get to pump up +2/+2 and attack. They block and modular. And then next turn we get back our acrobats. Sure. 9-6. I guess they have a 6/6, which is pretty good. Man. I'm pretty sad to lose this game after showboating. I'm not gonna lie.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Yep.
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 What is going on? Hello? Alright. Yeah. 3-6. Alright. So you bring back the webbing guy. I can actually attack and then replay it, which is pretty sick. So we get a counter too. So you can play this. We attack for 2. And then we end web.
I'm out of here.
Bounce this. Using it as a benefit, and then play this. And put the counter here. Alright. I mean... We have chump block, put a counter on this guy. If you draw a creature, we have flying. This is close. It is close. Fries, thanks for the reset. Appreciate it. Again, folks, I appreciate your support. I know this set is not exactly the most well-received Magic set of all time, but I appreciate everyone hanging out and having some fun. You know, let's keep positive and hang out. You know, just have a good time, you know. Still Magic, we're still having fun, we're still hanging out. Most important is that we have each other. Play a land. Wow, you just say go? Alright, so... This just kills them, right? Yeah, ship it. Put a counter. Flying on this guy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hedge our bets. Set up retreat. Book the trophy! 4-1. Yes. We did it!
Hey there. Gotta run. Or swing. You know what I
Okay.
mean.
Our deck was fine. Again, we've really been struggling with the lack of removal. There just isn't much like hard removal in this set. But our curve was great. I think we were lacking a good top end card or two also, but it worked out, you know. I think our deck was okay. We also didn't get much web slinging. Like we had all the web slinging payoffs and stuff, but like just didn't really have any other good web slinging stuff. But yeah, good stuff. So episode 4 is in the books. Episode 5 is coming up. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.